until you flip that switch and play offense or try to put yourself in a position to play offense, you're always going to be at the mercy of somebody else. If you let somebody feed you, they got the chance to starve you.
That boy is good.
Yo,
what it do, baby? What's happening?
Hey man, we back, man. We ready to talk about a lot of stuff today, man. For real.
We try to put it all in one show, or you try to make it last?
We gonna cut it up. We gonna divide it up, not keep people on track. But it's been so long and there's so much going on around the world, and I feel like it's the perfect time for us to shine, for real.
Well, let's go. What you got? Let's rock. If you didn't know already and you're listening, I'm Graham Hustle.
I'm Chris Kroom, Hustle Gang Chris on Instagram.
And if you're following us by audio outlets or if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. If you're on audio outlets, please share it to your social media site. Somebody might need to hear what we have to say. All right, let's roll.
I'm just
gonna like a little ad I throw in there, a little razzle.
I'm just gonna get it cracking at the gate, man. You text me and said recession proof.
Oh, you started with that one. Out of all the ones I sent you, you start with that one.
I started with the smoke.
The smoke, recession proof. So what we gonna say? How to beat recession, how to get through the recession, or I want you to tailor the conversation and we figure it out together.
If majority of our audience probably wants to know how to survive through a recession, it depends on the age group though, like because 2008, where was you at in 2008? That was the last recession, right? 2007, 2008.
2008, I was graduating high school and I joined the military.
Oh, well, so about your age group is majority of our audience and a little bit of my age group. I've been looking at the analytics lately. So it sounds like our audience ain't never went through a recession.
Yeah.
I forgot this.
Well, check the facts on me though. Check the facts for me. Was it just a housing market crash or was it a true recession at that time? I can't remember. I do remember the housing market crash. I don't know if they tailored the recession, but Jeezy did drop the recession during that time frame. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm starting to believe that it might have been the recession. Everybody broke. I came back to give everybody hope. Woof, hold on, Hustle. Don't get in your back.
So the last recession, called the Great Recession, was December 2007 to June 2009. I don't check. They're gonna have to fact check me, lady, but I want to say a recession lasts about 13 to 20 months, something like that. Like
yeah,
like a two-year time span. They haven't officially called a recession yet, but we have officially entered a bear market. For those who don't know, a bear market is like when the market is down 20%, maybe.
Yeah.
In a year, or over like in a year, whatever. Anyways, ain't really that important, but everybody knows that inflation is at the highest it's been in 40 years. They got a big Fed meeting tomorrow. Finna talk about it. Y'all see the interest rate is rising on the cribs. Y'all see the gas prices.
Oof.
Y'all see the groceries. Like everything is damn near too expensive for the regular American. And
it's really getting too expensive for me.
Hey,
it costs too much money to come outside, bro.
Yeah, and that shows like even somebody in your position who, if you've been following the cast, has did everything strategically to be financially stable, and with the way that the economy is working, shit, it's like you're back against the wall at this point. So,
bro, I really had to like I haven't done it yet for this check. I gotta dig in the budget like none other because fuel is, and you look, I can't even call it gas. It costs too much fuel. Fuel is eating me up, bro. Cause I don't even go nowhere. Like,
yeah, you live in Delaware, ain't nowhere to go.
Bro, I go to the gym. I don't even go to the gym. I barely go to work. Every time my truck crank up, that's $20, even if I don't leave the yard. Like, I don't even move it around the yard no more, bro. I parked it on the curb the other day and left it like, because ultimately it's like, it's a lot going on with them prices. So when we say recession proof, one, shout out to him 500.
Because that's his
yeah, we wanted that. Remember, we took too long to get it in motion.
Yeah.
So if y'all like listening, brothers, listen. When we talked about this years back, 18, 17, We was gonna name the cast Recession Proof. Well, first it was $1 million worth of game. And that's no lie. We literally was like $1 million worth of game, but we was gonna name it like Free Game or something with game in it. And then Gilly and Wallow dropped. And they might have been out already. We just wasn't hip when we was thinking about $1 million worth of game. But shout out to them. That's one of my favorite podcasts for real. Like, but anyway, back to the topic. Recession proof, y'all. It's so important that don't be scared of it, right? And I say don't be scared of it because one, as you can see, ain't nothing you can do to stop it. You woke up one day and gas was $3.21. You woke up again, it was $4. You woke up again, it was $5.25. I want to say this though. The housing market is not going to crash.
You putting them on notice.
It's not going to crash. Well, why isn't it going to crash? Grammy crashed in 2007, and that was the best time. That was the last recession that we had, so we know it's going to crash. We're going to wait for it to crash. I'm going to tell you why it's not going to crash. I could be wrong. Probably not. Ever since 2000, the thing about life is people learn lessons from mistakes so that they don't repeat those mistakes. So history does repeat itself, which is history coming back around the recession. I don't know if it was the bird flu that came before the last recession or whatever, but the banks learned that we just can't give these people no money for no house. It is extremely hard to purchase a home right now, or even before that, like with the 3 months of your bank statements, like they verifying and validating everything they ask you for. During that time frame before the last housing market, if you do your research, they was giving out loans like you get a loan, you get a loan, you get a loan. Oh, you make 100,000, or you get $1 million loan.
Say less.
So that's not happening right now. What is going to happen is my joint doing some. You see this?
Yeah, I see the thumbs.
It's moving off my hand moment. I don't know how to change that though. Whatever, it is what it is. It's agreeing with what I said. It's so hard to get a home now. And what happened with the COVID is the prices went sky high. No, the prices went up. The interest rates were at an all-time low because quantitative, what?
Easing it.
There you go. I just make sure you still know. I make sure you just had it for the last one. But yeah, so it pushed the market so heavy, right? The thing is that when you look at the real scale of it is people who were able to purchase the homes that were purchased when interest rates were now at an all-time low, they're paying so far below what they normally would be for that home to where it won't crash. Because $350,000 home at $1,500 a month because of the interest rates, it's not gonna crash. And I think people are unaware of that because uneducated people or people who listen to false prophets on social media, they truly believe that the home cost is the most important factor.
But it's the interest rate.
It's really the interest rates, because if you're getting a loan that size for that long amount of time, you have to really be in tune with how much you're paying per month. So we swap it with vehicles. With vehicles, I want you to look at the bottom line number because you have a better chance of paying that off in a shorter amount of time. Not many are going to have $350,000 to just go pay off the crib today. So that's the thing. You got to think people are getting bigger houses at the same price they were going to be paying for a small house. So how do you even fix your brain to think that's going to crash? Well, you don't do that because you're just polluted because people are telling you it's going to crash because they want to put fear in you. So the media is there to instill fear in you. The media is there to tell you to sit and just be on your behind and play defense, right? You got to get out and play offense, baby. We say that all the time, but it's just so true right now.
And what I want to say is, like, y'all worried about the housing market. It's the people who don't have a house that's really fucked, in my opinion, excuse my French, but like the average rent right now is 2 bands. And like, we have no control over what the landlord decides that he want his rent to be. Like people with who rent apartments like me, like we ain't got no say so in the game. People that already got the crib, your interest rate is locked in. No matter what happens throughout this recession, the interest rate that you sign for that house is staying the same. So like people, it's really the people with the apartments is really in a bad situation because we have no control at all.
Which is why I don't understand when people push don't pay no mortgage and be a renter and be a renter. You have no control of skin in the game. So what happened is, man, you just hit so many points, bro. That was real. Like, it's nothing y'all can do.
Nothing.
And
my
it's
apartment
not,
rent is, you know, my shit. What my shit like 23, bro? They say it's 28. Well, if I gotta renew my lease at 28, I'm like, shit. If I ain't got no bread to, because you gotta think, bro, with the apartments, bro, they want you to have it's never getting the house, bro. Like it ain't getting the house, but they want you to pay the security deposit for 500. If you got a dog, that's another 500. They want you to pay first month's rent. So then you come back and turn around and pay rent again, like.
And you got to show on paper that
that you making 3 times what they want 3 times. Like in the average, like, bro, I was just thinking about this other day. Like, bro, let me tell y'all, bro, like the apartment wants you to have 3 times the monthly rent on salary, but the average American like $40K a month. I mean, $40K a year.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're gonna probably talk about this the next couple episodes we do. The rich get rich and the poor get poor, right? And the thing about it is perfect that you're saying is because you're very enlightened. You have the knowledge. You just couldn't capitalize at that time frame. Is you understand that you missed that time frame.
Oh, but great, yeah.
But you didn't go crazy and do something that you couldn't really afford to do at that time either. So it's a risk and reward, right? And you knew where you was at in life at that moment. Now in DC, you would have probably paid what you're paying now for some trash because of that. Yeah. What I could spend $300 for in Delaware and what you spend $300 for where you live at is two different houses.
Yeah, and
it ain't even comparable. So I still commend you for not speedballing and jumping out and just buying a house with a bad roof and no AC just to try to capital, because people have done that too on interest rate. Now those houses are going to become available, and guess who's going to be ready for it when they drop? Y'all see it. Because now, anyway, you get it. But this is where I'm saying offense versus defense. So I'm not bragging or anything like that, but when I leave, it doesn't matter where the market's at. I know it's going to be higher than what I'm paying. If the going rate for my home is $3,500 a month,
that's what I'm charging. And I still got that same interest rate.
And I still paying, yeah. So had to be sweet, yo. So playing offense and opportunity and opportunity time, everything working the way it should work. Me playing offense will allow me, man, imagine getting $25,000 a year from this house just off rent. 25 plus.
And that goes back to like what we saying when we saying recession proof, or we saying like why those people who been playing offense since the last recession and those people who took advantage of the last recession, they're not worried right now.
Yeah, because in the recession, it builds more millionaires than anything else. The poor gonna get poor. They already was poor anyway.
They finna buy everything. Everything on sale. Whether they in the stocks, whether they wait if we don't believe it's gonna be a housing crash, but I mean it's some people who gonna
it's gonna correct. It's gonna correct.
It's gonna be some people who lose their crib, or
it's gonna correct. I'm talking like maybe a 3 to 5% drop, not no tremendous drop to where it's gonna be an eviction party.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, so, and then in the grand scheme of things about uneducated culture that we're trying to educate, say that somebody we knew was moving here, they're gonna want to come here for the discount. No, sir. You got to pay market value.
For sure.
If the market is telling me $3,800 is what my home rent for, I'm getting at least 36. And I'm gonna give them 36 for they stay for 2 years, and I ain't got to worry about somebody moving in and out. But 36 will bring me at about 2 to 25. I'm gonna cut that in half and just keep knocking off the mortgage. So, oh man, don't let me I'm getting too crazy too early. So due to me playing offense, me being in a position and taking advantage of the opportunistic time, whatever, I can't even try to say it. I ain't asked the Air Force to move me, but anyway, me doing that and put myself in that position opens up the door for so many things. You already know me, bro. If I'm getting that much over, I don't even want to pocket nothing. Put it right back. If I'm making $2,500 a month from rent, we'll just go $2,000 after the BS. Because I'll put $500 up for the something they break fund.
Yeah.
That's $24,000 a year going toward my mortgage. Now, let's do some math. That's $24,000 extra. Sorry. That's $24,000 extra a year.
Your normal payment.
Yeah, that's over the normal payment. Then the normal is this times 12 plus. I'll be putting 44 grand a year on my house.
And how many years earlier are you gonna pay the mortgage off?
The house will be probably paid off before I retire.
And you got, what, 9 years left?
7 years left. Hey, I promise to y'all, this is the shit that I be telling y'all about. All this just came up when me and him just having a conversation. I never thought of it that way till we started talking about it, because now my brain is working. I'm thinking, I'm going crazy. I'm like, yo, but now that excites me. That excites me, because, yo, you talking 8 years. That ain't including the price of the house shooting up.
Mm-hmm.
That's including the price of the house going up, bro. We talking 8 years, give or take. By the time I'm 40 years old, this house gonna be worth probably 500 to 600 with the way the market gonna go up. You already know that. Not saying that is maybe worth that, because I think a lot of houses be overpriced, especially in certain locations. I think for 500,000, I should have a lot of acres, a pond, a lake, all kind of stuff. But I'll be sitting on $600,000 home, paid off, still collecting that $3,000 a month. And you know, by that time, that's gonna be $4,500 a month for rent. You know, so that's the thing of looking down the line, and you know what? I don't like giving myself credit a lot because of my humility, but fuck that, man. I made sure that I was able to capitalize on my opportunities. I ain't get caught up in no bullshit. I stacked my paper up. I stayed down till I came up. So, you know, pat myself on the back, because if I was fucked off and caught up in everything else everybody else going on, so I would have been able to capitalize on that 2.3%.
For sure.
Because they would have ran my credit and would have said, hey, man, you got too much DTI, debt to income ratio. So nah, fuck that. Salute to me, goddamn it. But the big thing is I want to let everybody else know that it may not be another opportunity with it being that low, but it's always opportunity out there. It's what you're seeking. So recession proof for the homes. Let's stop at the houses. If you're in a position to purchase a home, don't wait on it. Chris posted something today and shared to me. House price changing about a week because interest rates isn't going up and down. I'll give you the game right here. Y'all listen. If you're in a position to buy a home, like real position, not doing it for the internet, or if you're in the military and you're moving, you know how it go, bro. I'm just keeping it G. You know, niggas gonna buy a home just to say they bought one. Purchase that home right now. Lock in that interest rate, whatever it may be. Lock it in. If you lock in what you can afford, what goes up always comes down. It might not hit 2.3 again, but if it gets about 3.5, that's going to save you about $800 a month.
You can refinance that joint.
Refinance it when it comes down. Lock it in right now if you're in the position and you need it, or you're trying to capitalize on something like this. Property is where you really want to be at, and you just got to have it. Not got to have it, but you get what I mean. Lock it in. If you're going to wait, be blessed. You're going to be waiting forever. That price is not going to drop extremely low. Interest rates are not going to go back to 2% within the near future. Lock it in now, refinance. And it's crazy because we talked about that. Me and Bree were talking the other day. Shout out to Bree. She finally started to think like me every day, and not just half the time. But, you know, I got to join under the VA loan. Normally to reuse the VA loan, you got to refinance and pull your VA loan out of the house that you're currently in.
Yeah.
At 2.3. No sir, Bob.
I paid the 3.5, right?
So
get the FHA?
I got to check. I don't know. But Bree got a VA loan too.
Yeah. Is it, can you use it, both of y'all sign for this one? You still can use it?
No. So I read a post the other day and I laughed. I laughed about it because this is the shit I should have been telling people.
No, I know what the post you're talking about because I've seen it. Said married couples should not both sign on loans.
because somebody can have
putting yourself in a bind.
Yep. So her name is part of the ownership, but her name is not included within the price and everything that was ran. It's just strictly my name, but due to being married in Delaware law, she's still on the paperwork. Her money wasn't ran to see if it's solely, I'm the sole, what they call it, sole proprietor, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
So now she has her VA loan and her pay.
Yeah, for sure.
So ultimately, society tells you what, if both of y'all ain't on the name, y'all wrong. You know that shit. And me and her talked about it. And luckily it was a situation where they was trying to play us, and I was like, nah, man, I just do it this way. Next one, we'll do it your way. And that's just breaking out of society norms, because at the end of the day, nobody don't need to know who on our shit. We good, we together.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, this jailer house anyway, punk. You know what I mean? So the next spot, put it under her joint. Now, because I make more money, I still can use my credit then, because I own a home. I'm just a co-signer under her name at that point.
And they gonna be like, oh, he's legit. Look what he got. You know how I go, bro.
So I can't
let go of this interest rate.
A lot of things we do today won't pay off 3 to 5 years later. We just have to have a vision and want to see it. And somebody did ask me this when we leave from houses. Because the rest of the part's easy. The rest of the part's common sense. It's just people don't want to do common sense. People want to fucking do what they want to do. But somebody asked me the other day, they said, yo, Graham, if you wasn't moving, would you have still taken advantage of the interest rates? Absolutely. I'd have refinanced the Ohio house. So the original plan was to refinance the Ohio house, rent that one out, and come get that one, so we can double whammy those 2%.
I'll go get another one.
Yep. Refinance Ohio, close, come here, boom. Probably buy this one first, then refinance Ohio, because you want to lock in your next spot. But either way, that was the original plan. But houses was selling in 12 to 24 hours. Still had a little debt on my name. So I was like,
I got it.
And risk, reward. You know, my Migo did that basement, man. I ain't, you know, you don't want to fix nothing if you don't have to. And it was only a $500 margin in Ohio, as far as payout, far as rental pay. Now, granted, with the way the market going, once I kicked them people out, it might have been $1,000, but that's neither here nor there. I got my big ass check that I never knew people really write checks that big, and and when the rest is history. But yes, if you listen, I definitely would have refinanced the house at the minimum. There's no way I'm missing out on 2.3%. You're crazy. Just know that until you flip that switch and play offense, or try to put yourself in a position to play offense, you're always going to be at the mercy of somebody else. If you let somebody feed you, they got the chance to starve you.
Stop what you're doing right now, man. Hit that like button, man. What's a comment? Let us know how we doing. Appreciate y'all.
Another thing I noticed was going on, like, so the credit card debt right now is at the highest it's been in, like, ever. Like, the amount of Americans is swiping that credit card right now is at an all-time high. And, you know, I think a few months back, we held the class on debt payoff or whatever, and just we had a class on budgeting. And like you said, it's just going back to the basics, man. Like, it's a matter of doing what you want to do or doing what you need to do.
Ooh, hold on, man. Hold on. I'm back at the Chris Kroom show. Keep going, brother.
So with we know why y'all using the credit card right now. Obviously, we just said it, gas, groceries, whatever, man. But if you use it like, and this like G said, he said he ain't did his budget, but he finna have to maybe scale back a little bit, maybe redo some numbers, maybe move some money here, move some money there. But we got to sit down at the table, because it don't matter whatever you spend during this recession, they not giving you no reparations for it. They not finna say, hey, we know y'all was in a bad time and you use your credit card to survive, and now you don't got to pay it back. It ain't no forgiveness for that shit. When this recession ends, the money's still gonna be piled up on your credit card.
Well, I just want to put y'all in on a little secret. I wish I was outside so I could light the cigar as I say it. The people who you're paying the interest to from the credit card are already rich. They're just taking advantage of you during this rough time to get richer.
Richer.
They're going to give you all these deals. They're going to tell you everything you need to hear. They know that prices are going to go up, wages are going to stay the same, and people might get fired.
Yeah,
and the little bit of money that you pay going to go strictly to interest. And guess what they do with that interest? They go fund their credit parties. They go fund their bar mitzvahs. They go have their private jet. So the interest you pay, if you look at interest that way, credit isn't bad. It's the interest that is accrued and paid from credit is what is bad. Credit is what make credit ain't what make the rich rich, but credit, people have become rich off credit because I'm learning my ways through and navigating. Interest is what keeps the rich wealthy. Mm-hmm. So, let's talk about it like rap music. Rappers, they go to the concert, they get the back end. After the show, they get paid, right? Yeah. That's what interest is. They front you some money. You're going to pay what you can while everything's good. Everything you paid what you can that was good, they already took that interest off the top. Look at the car. They're charging 24 to 28%. That's 24 to 20% on the dollar. Take that dollar bill and take back, let's just say 75 cents. Every dollar you spend, they get 25 cents. Now you got a $2,000 bill. When you make that payment, that minimum payment is just to cover the interest rate.
Yeah, it ain't even going towards the principal.
Now you're thinking, well, that's just me. It's only $30. Do that times 1 million people.
Hey, and if y'all ain't been paying attention, like a lot of even the best companies in the world thinking about laying people off.
Yeah,
they not finna lose money to pay some workers, and that's when you got to make yourself make yourself valuable. What certifications or what skills do you have so that you can't be laid off?
Can we save that too? I'm gonna write that down. Add value. Lord Jesus,
what value do you have? Like, and I was just reading the other day, so this 2020 shit, like these stimulus checks ain't coming this time around. And when we got the stimulus checks, it's like 78% of the stimulus checks went to the people you were just talking about. Credit card debt payments. So like the money they tried to help us with, we just gave it right back because we not in positions to capitalize. We still owe them people.
Yep.
And then 2020, like what y'all think finna happen? Like 2020, the cost of living rose by like 8%. Income rose by like 3%. Like, so like, y'all gotta think if that was 2020 and that wasn't even a recession yet, that was just a pandemic. Like, what y'all finna think happened now? They not finna raise pay, and the cost of living still gonna continue to go up. So like, this is a time where everybody gotta fend for themselves. Everybody gotta get in the lab. If your job ain't paying you enough money to beat inflation and keep your cost of living like where you can afford it, you got to get a second source of income. Like,
I don't even like that.
What you like?
You need a second source regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
Like, it don't matter how, bro.
If you ain't woke up now, like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. I'm about to something else got to give, yo. Like, I'm not cutting down my lifestyle again. I did that before on the cover. I will if I have to. So Lord, please don't make me eat my words. But man, I'm trying to get a car wash on the side. That hot dog stand, like I'm locked in to half that shit about to be on the back of the truck. I'm about to be in DC
like this where we gonna see who really hustlers and who not, bro. This where we can all talk that shit, man.
We're gonna see who really made it. We're gonna see who really know how to get bread. When everything slows down, because the world's gonna slow down again, and it's not because of COVID. When everything slows down, we're gonna see who really getting money. Mm-hmm. And on the other side, we're gonna see who really changed lives and who really was eating and who really was just putting on for the gram and who really was getting to it. Like, and I'm gonna tell you now, and me, because I know I'm gonna be on the other side just because of the way I think, it ain't gonna be easy, yo. Like I told you, bro, I literally was in the lab, like, man, what can I do real quick to just keep some more paper coming? My fuel bill is cutting into my liquor bill. know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for every other week, 15 days, my truck and my vehicle, when I was really tight on my budget, and it's not too long ago, $300 was all we needed from 1st to the 15th. And that always left 100 over. Unless I took a trip to holler at you or, you know, did something other out the ordinary. We was only spending 180, maybe 200. So $400 a month on fuel. Nigga, it's 125 from emptying my truck. It's 80 from half. Bree shit cost 70 the other day, nigga.
She got the Lexus a car.
Come on.
I ain't go there.
You feel what I'm saying? So just my daily life has increased by what I was spending a month, I'm spending in 2 weeks. And like, yo, what do you
I bet y'all ain't calling them niggas with electric cars right now.
Man, I'm about to get a Tesla. But and that's the thing of the mental, and that's the thing of being unbothered and not caring what anyone thinks and actually running your own race. If I'm really about to be in my bag at work, I mean, we carpooling.
For sure.
Drop me off at the office. I got the keys to my work truck. I'm gonna be in that all day because Uncle Sam that got this shit crazy like that can handle his own truck. But it hurt too to get up to go to work. You know, I don't get up that early. But if I know I gotta go start moving and shaking, I don't care if I ain't got an appointment at 1 o'clock in Wilmington. I'm at the office with her at 7 a.m. Because you can say what you want. At the end of the week, that's a $50, $80 stack back. $100 back. Like, yo, like this shit crazy, yo. So it is only gonna get worse.
It's only the beginning.
Only the beginning.
Big Fed meeting tomorrow, man. I know I'm probably the only one who keep up with that shit.
Well, explain that real quick because you keep saying that.
So
we roll out. Explain what you mean when you say the big Fed meetings coming tomorrow.
The Federal Reserve is basically the people who make all decisions for the economy. So imagine the hustle lounge we're actually running the country. The way we telling y'all, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's basically what they do, right? So since inflation been getting out of control since the beginning of this year, they've been basically controlling it with BPS, like a basis point, the basis points, right? So I just kind of been trying to understand it a little bit. I'm trying to explain it the best I can. Like, so they've been spiking inflation. They've been trying to control inflation with like 50 basis points. So, and the meeting tomorrow is going to decide, is we going to spike the basis points even more to control inflation, or are we going to keep it kind of average? Because right now it's kind of like it's like, let me compare it to Kobe. Like, y'all remember when Kobe went for like 45, like 5-6 straight games? Like he went like 45, like 5-6 straight games. It's kind of like they keeping it in that range. But then he went for 81. So like they try to decide is they gonna go for 81 and get ahead of it, because the higher they spike it, the faster like the pain and suffering is over with. You know what I'm saying? So like, do we just rip the Band-Aid off, or we just keep pulling it and tugging it a little bit? So that's what's gonna go on tomorrow. They're gonna talk about it. It started today, but the official announcement to be tomorrow. And based off what they say, the economy either gonna react like good or bad.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna tell y'all this, man, because he got so technical, I almost took a nap. But go get you some money, man.
Yeah.
Just go get you some money. Put that pride to the side. Look, this is the thing, bro. It's like, it was like 110 degrees in Florence. Everybody out there. I ain't going outside to work today. Guess who would have been out there getting that check?
You've been out there.
Would I?
Don't matter. Cutting grass.
I get my gallon of water, throw the wet towel over my forehead like I did back in the day. And I'm going to get me a check because I don't make no excuses. My family got to eat. And I think people are starting to forget that nobody cares, work harder. Yeah, so to sum it up, recession proof. Chris said add value. Add value. If you're at your job and you're one of the ones where you show up and go home, remember that you'll be the first to go home for good. Put some effort into your job. Whether you like it or not, put some effort into it. Because when they go do the cutting, they gonna know.
You gotta fend for yourself.
You gotta fend for yourself. So put that extra effort into it. I understand it ain't your business, and that if that putting food on your plate, you gotta treat it as such. The Air Force put food on my plate. Steak, shrimp, lobster, and shit too. They got you know what I'm saying? I just know how to navigate it, and I've been on top of my game since, like, you know what I'm saying. But whatever you're doing, if you're at Kangaroo and you hanging, you don't need no Kangaroo's a gas station. If you're at Wawa, be the best cashier, because when they come do them cuts, when they cut 3, that one they leave gonna work harder but get a raise.
Joe, and we know, like, majority of Americans they live check to check. So we ain't got most of us, or most of y'all, whoever, ain't got no emergency fund. So if you get fired, you are fucked.
If you're in position to buy a home, buy it now, lock in that rate, look at the refinancing down the line. All you got to do is adjust your spending, do your budget. If you need help with your budget, then you know where to find us. And then for everything else, just as regular people who maybe already had a home, like me, who capitalized when the time was there, whatever the case may be, I have to do this myself. So I'm going to tell you how to do it with me. Cut back on that spending, man. Cut back on that spending. Sit your ass down a little bit.
Don't go outside. You probably be all right.
I mean, have some fun, but try to find ways where it don't cost. I go outside now, but I'm out working on something that's paid for, or I'm trying to make something better with a very small cost. Every time I try to leave the house and I go into the city, it's cost me $400-500. That ain't including gas, just because I got bad habits. So sit down a little bit, weather the storm. It's okay. You do not have to be out because social media says it's hot outside and COVID is over. Do what works for you and your family. Cut back on the spending. If you already have a vehicle that works properly, don't go buy a new vehicle. It's the worst time to buy a vehicle.
Please don't do that shit, for sure. Especially right now. Like,
used car prices are up anywhere between 16 to 25%. If you got a couple vehicles and you want to sell one, absolutely go get that money. If you don't need it anymore, sell it while it's at its high.
Yeah,
don't buy.
My pops. This nigga, man. This dude had 4 cars, bro. Like, and 2 of them paid off and 2 of them had a note. I said, bro, for what? He said, you right. He had a Cadillac, like 2000, I want to say 16, maybe 14, 15 or 16 Cadillac. And he had a $600 car note for no reason. He could afford it, but it was for no reason. I'm like, bro, for what? He went back, got full price for it. Like, he ain't take no L on it. Then he had like a 2012 BMW that like he like you say, if you broke and you got something on sale, I'm gonna get it. So his homeboy had to pay some lawyer fees, so he got it for the low. But it was like no point of having it. You know what I'm saying? You want to stack more bread. I said, bro, if you really want to retire, like, this the kind of the sacrifices you got to make, nigga, unless you want to keep working. Like, you could be saving this bread anyway. So he got rid of the BMW, broke even on that. Now he chilling. That's 800, maybe 1,000 back in his pocket, because he already got 2 cars is paid off. You know, insurance gonna drop, gas spending drops, plus no car note, shawty.
I ain't gotta worry about the maintenance on the way. I got 2 problems with what you just said though.
What's up?
You ain't called me for the sale of the BMW.
Hey, that mug clean too, for sure.
And you still ain't put me on to the 96 SS.
Oh, yeah, bro. I ain't even know I told him to sell the cars like 3-4 months ago. Yeah, the nigga I was just on the phone with it, and it was like, yeah, I just sold him 2 cars yesterday. I was like, oh shit.
That just show you one thing, man, that even if it was a delayed reaction, you sometimes you got to touch people close to you. So you telling him that and breaking it down to him in a way that we only know how to break it down and Hustle Smart and the Hustle Lounge. Something probably hit him one day while he was riding, like,
fuck am I doing?
Yeah. So yeah, stay away from the cars, stay away from the, all the other stuff that can get everybody else rich. Hone your skills right now. Don't go outside, go learn something new. Learn something that's gonna bring more money in your pocket. If you ain't worrying about your primary job, go find something else to do. We're putting out a dispatching course soon. The truck's gonna keep running. I wish I could park my truck because, oh Lord, we ain't getting into that. But things are going to still be moving. There's still going to be hustles going. Transportation and logistics are always going to be moving. People are still going to be buying homes and needing stuff, repairs, handyman, lawn maintenance. I don't even know about car washing right now, bro. I ain't shit. My shit can be dirty. It costs too much to drive it. Food services, food and shit. Just find you something that's gonna get you some money. But use that time to sit down and really like learn something, man. Learn something. Stop being entertained. It's time to be educated. When you be educated, apply what you learn. Knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. It ain't worth nothing knowing a lot of stuff to have a conversation as you apply and as you execute. 2022, we got about 6 months left. Let's finish. Let's execute. That's all I ask everybody to do. Whatever we talk about, let's execute. If you're in a position to buy that home today, execute. Don't get on the damn internet talking about these prices is high. You know, I just don't know what to do. Go buy the damn house. Because if you talk to anybody, most of them that's going to comment ain't got a house. You know what I'm saying? If you really need a new vehicle or you really want a new vehicle and you're in a position to go do it, just go do it. I'm just giving you guidelines of what I would not do. But hell, 3 weeks from now, I might get bored and go get some new shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? But for me, I ain't gonna buy a new car right now. Bree want one. I ain't gonna get one because she made a good point. We're moving 1.5 years, 2 years. We need everything. We need that slate clean again. We need that slate clean again. We need that slate because we got to buy another crib. Now, once we lock in that other crib, you might see some shit. But by then, you know, hopefully the time frame is where
everything will be back where it's supposed to be.
It's disgusting right now. All these prices
and ultimately, like niggas be so confused, like, oh, like nigga, you broke. No, nigga, I'm just educated, bro.
I'm just educated.
I'm not finna overpay for this shit.
I got 4 cars, all got titles.
Yeah, I'm not finna overpay for nothing. I'm gonna wait.
I mean, one don't work yet.
Yeah, and that's like when people got the game messed up. Like a nigga the nigga with the real money gonna wait. The nigga with no money gonna go buy some shit impulsively. And
I've always that. I mean, I don't know what you got. I was a mamba. I don't know. Got to find the snake that I am. I just what don't lions and shit. They don't do that. They just pounce on their prey after they be quiet for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I do. I got that old school because nigga was in a bad situation because he impulse bought it and I helped him out. And I'm on the market for all your old schools. Fuck that recession talk. You got something for sale that's respectable, let me know. Because I'm a collector. But yo, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Recession Proof. Hopefully you took something from it. Apply it. Execute. If you got any questions, reach out to us. If you're on YouTube and you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on our podcast outlets, we have various podcast outlets. I don't want to just number it to one. Make sure you write a review. Make sure you give us a rating. Make sure you share it to somebody. Social media, Facebook, YouTube. We need help. Share it. Shoot us a DM on one of the social sites and say, yo, that last episode was trash, man. But shoot us another one and say, hey, man, I listened to this and I thought it was fire. Like, I promise we got tough skin. I promise we got tough skin. We don't want to hear that last one was good because sometimes we listen to him like, But, yo, show us some love. You know what it is, man. We out.